What's going on, folks? This is Brandon Main at Blue Collar Taxidermy again. We hear the guns going off already. It's just breaking daylight. Look, we did a caping video. We're going to try to do this video for you out-of-state hunters, okay? So y'all quit butchering them up. And we know the guides aren't doing it for you and not helping you out. So, or anybody that just wants to cape out a deer. Look, if you're going to have somebody work on it and you just need to get it across state lines, I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera. All you have to do is you could either do one straight cut across and then come down. I like to do a 7 if you're going to do it that way. You go from burr to burr. But the trick about it is you have to be on the burr. We tried to do a video and they tried to watch it the other day, but they cut around the hair, just made a circle. You got to get in that burr. When you take your knife, you need to see how it's got little slots around the burr? Like there's little bitty slots if you'll pay attention. And there's hair patterns right here. But what you're going to do is you're going to get all the way up against that bone, whatever kind of knife you got, and just make sure you're straight in that bone when you're making your first cut. And then you go all the way down and don't try to cut it like you would something else. Make sure you're all the way underneath and then just make a straight cut. And I'm going to do it on either side, and that's what I'm going to recommend you do. If you're out in the field or wherever and you're wanting to cut this thing, you got to get it out for crossing state lines or whatever. Let me see where we're at. You're going to go right here in that burr. You see? We're going to go right here. We're going to make one cut down, not too far. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. One cut down until we meet up. You can grab that hair right there and you can look and see where you're at. I need to come just a little bit more. Okay. So look, that little cut just gave me a little flap of skin. And it's plenty enough to get a little knife in there and start working it to where it's bigger. All right. Go ahead. So you got more room. When you do that little Y, just come down. I'd say about 6 to 8 inches. You know, if it's a really big neck and you're struggling with it, go ahead and open it up a little bit more. It's no big deal. All right. So let's see if you can see that. Right now, you got to start. All that is plenty of room. And you don't have to do any more hard cuts. That's it. So take your knife and just work it. Work it right underneath that burr. Just on this side. We're not going to cut around the burrs. We're just going to open it up and just get underneath that skin as much as you can. And look, that's easy. That's as far as you need to go up right there. That's plenty. You don't have to go around the burrs. You don't have to do anything. So just kind of do that flap and then take a sharp knife and just work this skin back. This is kind of complicated, so you have to bear with me. Everybody's sleeping on me right now. All right, take that knife and just peel it back real carefully. Stay off the hair. Don't cut the hair. And he did a good job cutting the neck out on this one, so it'll come off a lot easier. And just peel that back enough to where you can get to the back of that skull cap. You don't even got to worry about cutting the ear butts off. If you have to, you can, but you don't have to. You can cut down into that meat. It'll look just like that. And if you want, you'll see the ear where it starts to go. And that butt's down there a little ways, but not too deep. So don't go too deep. If you want to cut that little top layer of meat just to give you a little bit extra pull, you can. But then, all right, you got that done. You got that peeled off. So here's the back of your cap. And what they're wanting off of here is that brain cavity where it connects. So if y'all have got a tool like this with the blade, I don't have the blade on it. Go one of these reciprocating saws, one of these oscillating ones, whatever you call them, this would be perfect. If I know you might not have plug-in, if you've got a cordless one, or if you've got a generator out there, but what you can do is you take that blade and you just cut the back of that cap off, because I don't need very much of that cap. I just need just like right back here. So then you could take that off and then come back from the other side and remove it, and then just clean it out. Just scrape it out with a screwdriver, wash it out, and it'll be good to go. All right, I hope that helps. If y'all got any questions, you just got to leave comments and ask if I missed something that you need help with. Good luck to you guys and girls.